Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Vanilla Minecraft on the Hope Springs server. I am Joe BB3 from Joe BB3 Games, and welcome to the video. Hope you're having a nice day. I'm having a good day. Um, I know you remember this guy back here. I know we're starting off on the redstone testing world, but this is a Hope Springs video. I'll explain that later. But what I'm doing is showing you that Thomas finally has his traction bars. I added those in, and I finally added his back bumpers and his back couple. Not a lot of detail. I mean, not a lot of stuff done. Just finishing it up. You know, I'd left it undone. I meant to put it on there, but I figured I'd show you. You can see me build Thomas in my episode 4 of my showcase series. You can check my channel for that. But we're not here to talk about Thomas today, even though he is awesome. What we're here to talk about today is a project that I'm going to be doing on the Hope Springs server. And that is right there. So what is this monstrosity? Well, I'm working on, let me go in here and get myself a spawn egg. I'm spawning a villager. This is going to be a self-filling villager trading station. Alright, so let me show you how this thing works. Let me put this in here. Okay, so I haven't worked out this area yet. I'm going to need to be able to pre-stage a villager down there from a group of villagers, and I have some ideas, but I haven't gotten to that part yet. But I was excited to get this video out, or at least started, so I figured I'd bring in and show you. Obviously, you can see none of these cells are created, but this one is. Alright, doesn't look pretty right now because I took out a lot of blocks so that you can see the stuff that's going on here. But I'll show it to you in action. Okay, so we've got a villager here, and we want to trade with him, and oh, 21 coal for an emerald? Oh, yuck, I don't like that. You know, I don't like 6 diamonds for a efficiency 2, fortune 1 iron shovel. I don't like this villager. You know, I don't know whether you would like that villager or not, but just for the sake of argument, I don't like this villager, so I want another one. Push the button, villager goes away, minecart picks up that villager over there, brings him in, drops him into the water stream, and now you have a new villager ready to trade with. I've seen people replace villagers and cells before, like Etho, and I've seen a bunch of them, but I didn't know how they did it, so I set my brain to work. This is completely my own design, nobody else's, other than the fact that, you know, I saw the thing where Etho swapped out villagers in his. I didn't see the episode that he created it, but this is my solution to that problem. Alright, so instead of a long drawn-out process of moving this villager someplace, if I don't want him, I don't want him. So he's standing on top of a block that's being held in place by a energized piston, and if I don't want that guy, I just push the button, piston retracts, there's lava down there, he burns to death, done. And as you can see, this cart is going off right now, and it's going to continue to go off because it doesn't have these tripwires here. When a villager is in here, it stops that cart from going. So when it drops a new villager in, that cart will cease to go back and forth. But since there's no new villager down there, it's not going to stop. And how I do that is I set up a tripwire underneath the tripwire, half slab, so that the wire doesn't break. And I take a pick off from the block. That wire is here. It goes to this piston, which de-energizes it because there's nothing in there right now. And that opens that hole right there. See, you can see that piston is holding that block back right now. Good. Okay? So it de-energizes that piston, comes over here, it de-energizes this block, which allows this torch to go on, which lights that activator rail. And you can see it tilted the cart as it went over it. Fantastic. Then it comes out here, it de-energizes this block, which energizes this torch, and this torch line just comes way down here, like so, and it powers this block, which powers this rail, which sets the cart going. Fantastic. That is what's happening here. And if I can get down here real quick and drop in this villager, I'm going to drop him in as that guy goes by. You can see that the villager comes up, comes across, popped out by the activator rail, comes down this water stream, drops in, sets the hooks, right? So now the hooks are energized because there's something blocking them. That energizes this line, which energizes this piston. Piston closes the door on top. It's not really needed, but I figured it was a nice touch. You don't really need to close that hole. You could just leave it open. It de-energizes this torch, which de-energizes this activator rail. It de-energizes this torch, which, if you come down here, de-energizes this block and parks this cart here. So, as long as there's everything, as long as it's in here, the villager will, the cart won't go, and everything is turned off, so it won't cause any lag. So what's going to happen is, these are 5 wide. I've got these a little too close. I'm going to have to separate these, but these would be able to be stacked. Probably to be safe, you would take a block. I can never find these stone brick blocks. There we go. And you would separate it by 1, just to keep the cells from mingling. And then in here you would have, this is the separating block right here. You'd have 1, 2, a cell, 1, 2, a separation block. Okay, so this is how far it'll be. So there, separation block. Good. 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 Okay, so it's a little wide, but you know, I think this will do. So you would have in this area, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 storage cells for the villagers that you could trade with whenever you wanted. Good. Zombie flesh. Nice. And the cool thing about this is that the activator rail of the empty cell is the only one that's going to light. So you can energize this and get that cart going, and it will only drop a villager into a cell that does not have a villager, right? So it'll auto select which cell it's going to drop in, and since this is a bus line, a line that powers everything, it doesn't matter which cell lights. This is just to start the cart rolling. It doesn't select which cell, so all you gotta do is light this bus line and it starts the cart rolling. So it will put the villager into the correct cell. What I want to do is work out my villager staging area over here and start building it on the Hope Springs server. And what I'll do is I will bring you back once I have a design for this, and we'll continue with the video. See you in a second. Alright guys, I've finished out the rest of the cells, and but I couldn't figure out how to get that single villager dispenser to work. So I went out onto YouTube, like most engineers do when they can't find a solution. They see if somebody else has figured it out first. Well, I found a video by a guy named MGod, Way back in February 2014, he published a video that showed this little contraption right here for dispensing singular villages from a whole stack of villagers. I'm going to load this up a little bit, just so you know that if this thing has been, tons of villagers in here, that it would work. What it does, I'm not going to go into it in great depth, but it dispenses a cart, and if it goes out this way, fine. If not, it retracts a block and then pushes them out this line, and it goes to the same place. And then when the cart comes back, it gets destroyed, goes into this hopper chain, back into that dispenser. I will link to his video in the description so that if you'd like to see how he made this, you can. So, I put this puppy in here, and I hooked it up to my little villager trading post here. Created the rest of the cells. Right? They're just basically the same thing over and over again. For as many as you want, you just have to extend it out and ensure everything gets power. You can do it. I would say that, as long as you didn't have chunk loading problems, infinitely. Not infinitely, obviously, but you could have a whole lot of villagers in a line here. So let's go through this a couple times. Maybe we can see it spit out both ways. All right, so we're gonna. I don't want this villager, so I'll get rid of him. As you can see, it spit out a singular villager. He'll come through here. He gets deposited in there and drop down here. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention. Hey, I'm getting a text message. One thing I forgot to mention is if you go in here, over top of this activator rail, you have to have 4 blocks. All right, there has to be 4 blocks high, otherwise he won't eject. I had that problem with the villager not ejecting, so I had to raise it up to 4 blocks. All right, so let's come over here, grab a piece of glass, because we're almost done with this part, and we can get onto the Hope Springs server and start building. So say I don't like this guy. Come over here, push the button, he gets killed, another cart is dispensed, and after a couple seconds, villager pops out into the cell, and over there you can see the cart returns and gets destroyed. And each one of them works similarly. Push the button, villager is dispensed, pops out, hit the correct cell, goes in there, and then the cart goes back, is killed and dispensed. This guy, dead. It's just not shooting out that other side. It does. I've seen it do it. So you'll have to take my word, especially if we're going to do it for one last cell, and see if we can see it come out. If not, you have to take my word for it. You just will. That's funny. And he goes into the correct cell. Cart comes back. They take a little damage, but they've got plenty of hearts. They got 10 full hearts, so I think it's 10. And you can swap these out as often as you want, as long as you have the stock villagers over here, probably supplied by a breeding system. MGOT also shows how he used Tangotech's breeding system to load this. He had a similar idea, but he didn't have the idea of putting them into storage areas like this. He just did them one at a time. So in the video that I saw that he did. So maybe I'll research some villager breeding systems, and I will integrate that so that the grown villagers drop into here. And that's a project. That's gonna complete it. Now we just have to get it put into Hope Springs. And yeah, this is gonna be fun. We'll see you there. Alright guys, here we are back on the Hope Springs server in my basement where I have all my stuff that I've been doing in the previous episodes, and I've been doing a little work. I have a little area dug out here so far, cleaned it up a little bit. I have an area where I can fit 6 storage cells. However, I think I want to take it back a little bit further because I want 8. So I still have to dig back there a little bit further. Um, I have 2 more to dig out, and plus I have to dig another 25 blocks after I get my 8th one in there, 25 blocks back further to fit the villager dispenser and the villager breeder so that I can have a stock of villagers. Yeah, everything's going well. This back wall lines up with the back wall of the sugarcane farm, which is doing okay. It matches up, so that way I have room behind there to go ahead and dig out as well, so I can fit in the cells. So what I'm going to do is continue digging here, and I'll be back once I have a little bit more complete. See you in a bit. All right, peeps. I'm back. Got some more dug out. Oops, left one up there. Hang on. It's just as high as the pick can reach, so, ooh, that's right. It was too high. I had to dig this out in 2 levels. I had to go up 2. I had to dig up as high as the pick could dig. And then I dug out the bottom 2 layers. I love digging with efficiency 5 with a haste 2 beacon. Just wonderful. But alright, so this is all the area that I need for the cells back here. I don't need any more area. They'll all fit back here, and I can build up right here for the face. So this is all good. Now all I have to do is dig back 25 blocks back this way to fit the cart station and the breeder. So I'm going to get to that, and I'll see you in a bit. And we're back. And it looks like I have dug out everything that I needed to dig out. Dig out some extra area back here just for the heck of it. I dug back all the area that I need to put in the cart dispenser, the villager dispenser, and the breeding cells. So I'm going to get to some more building, and I will show you what I've gotten done. Alright, everybody, just another little quick progress update. Got a bunch of stuff done. Got a bunch of wiring done back here. I'm getting the train line hooked up. I have one of the cells basically done. Just need some water in there and some glass on the front. But other than that, that cell is kind of done. And as kind of an accident, it's going to be pretty cool because I'm going to close it off here, right? So it's going to stick out a little right here. So I don't know, maybe I'll do this area in a different material, like a polished dorite or maybe polished andesite or something like that. I'm not quite sure. It's got to be stone because there's lava right under there. There's going to be some stairs there. So yeah, it's starting. And then I think what I'll do is I'll get it mostly build up this episode, and I do think this is going to go long, so in the next episode I will move the villagers in. Alright, so let me see if I can get a little bit more done, and I'll bring you back one more time. Alright guys, this is definitely going to be a 2-parter, so let me take you through what I've got done, and then I'll go over what I'm going to be doing in the next episode. Alright, so here we go. What I've done is gotten all of the villager cells complete. I did the, I know it's all stone brick, but you know me in stone brick. What I plan on doing is getting everything done in my house and then going back and doing some interior design. Maybe I'll get into it and really do some stuff. But right now it's all stone brick because I want to get it working and looking not half bad. So we got the thing sticking out like I said. We have the we'll go in here and let me take this out. Alright, so we have the the hole that opens and closes working. We have the ejection ports working into the lava. Go ahead and eat something. I put a wall in down there, but that wall's not going to stay. It's, ooh, that's a dark spot. It is just temporary until I can get something back there, just for the video, to make things look good. Alright, any other big dark spots? No. That was just a missing torch. Actually, I want it there, not where it was. Okay. So, let me take you back, show you what I got. I've got the rails in. I've got all of the activator rails all the way down there, if you can see. I've got the bus line in, I've got all the water in, the signs in. They're all looking good. Got lots of space back here, you know, for maintenance and such. I should probably put torches in here, otherwise things may spawn. But while I'm doing this, next episode, what I'll be doing is creating the auto breeder and the villager storage area, and getting the minecart dispenser finished, and getting everything loaded and breeding up. I got plenty of room back here to work with, and yeah, it was a very, very fun episode. I really enjoyed making these and inventing them. I love the invention part of Redstone. You know, whether someone's done this exactly like me or not, I invented this because I've never seen anything like it. The wiring is all mine. The concept is all mine. I just got an idea from Etho when I saw that he had some sort of water system that brought his villagers in and put them into his little things. I had no clue how he did it, but this is my solution. Someone else may have done something exactly like it or similar, but I haven't seen it. I'm not going to take credit for the villager dispenser. That was the gentleman I mentioned earlier. I will link to his tutorial down in the description. Villager breeding is something that other people have done tons of work with. I have a breeder that I like that I got from somebody else, and when I showcase that, I will include his video in my description. But let's go out here where it's nice and purty and end this episode with a bang. Well, not with a bang. I don't want anything to blow up. I just got it fixed. Up on my staircase. I love my staircase. Let me check in my... filling up quite nicely. I'm going to be using that for trades. So, let's stand right here. Go to and say thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. If you like this episode, right down there, please hit that thumbs up button, give me a like, and if you really like the episode, please subscribe. It'd make me very, very happy. I'm getting subscribers, I think mostly due to my Thomas video, so hopefully you guys here checking me out after my Thomas video can enjoy the content and, you know, hang out. Ooh, big slime! Big slime. Big slime. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the content. I don't know if I can... I don't want to jump up there in F5 mode. Anyway. Big slime farm. If you like the episode, please subscribe. And I want you all to have a really, really, really good night. It's night here. And as always, I am JobyB3 from JobyB3 Games. And thank you for coming. Ta-ta.